start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thanks for everyone showing up tonight. We have not a big agenda, but we'll get through it pretty quickly. First thing on the agenda is the election of officers. And we're supposed to do this, I think, back in December. And so we weren't able to do it at our last meeting, so tonight is the night.
Yep.
So I think we'll do it in the same format that we had before. For each position, chairman, vice chairman, and secretary. I'll look for nominations right now for the chairman position.
I nominate Hill Johnson.
Second.
Any other nominations?
I think it's yours.
Okay, do I have a motion and a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? So you thought I was going to say.
I think you did great.
Okay, moving right along to vice chairman. I'll open the floor up to nominations.
Does
Yeah.
Janine want to do it again? Has
I-
anybody spoke to Janine?
I did speak with Jean Ann,
Jan, thank you.
and she said she would still be interested in doing it.
Great. I nominate Jan.
I
A
second.
second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay. Secretary, do I have a motion for, or a nomination for secretary? I would say, Benjamin? So,
I can make a motion for Benjamin.
okay, do I have a second?
I'll
Second.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, knocking right through it. All right, public comment. We do not have a public hearing because we had it last meeting. But I see that you're here, John. Would you like to go ahead and address the commission during this public comment period? And just, okay, just give them a little overview of maybe some of the things we talked about last meeting. And it's pretty straightforward, I believe.
I appreciate your all's time this evening. I apologize I didn't have any drawings to hand out. I don't know if
Well,
maybe
I had
y'all
one from
have.
last time I can share.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
There you go.
So what we've got going on here, this is on Scattergood Drive, just down past the Christiansburg Institute, which is the 140 building there that's in the red, right there, yes. Josh Vaughn, Southwest Excavating, has a excavating contracting business that operates there. Just past that, in the gray there, and then coming around in it, and that property actually wraps around and goes into. Oh, thanks. Yeah, and actually wraps around and goes into what's zone B3, and this is our is it I2 or I1? It's I2, our I2 zone right here, which is where he operates his contractor's business as well as the contractor storage yard. And so as we were doing a little site plan for him, and he's been operating there for quite a while, kind of everybody realized that a portion of his property here is zoned B, business as well. I get the B3 as well. And so what we were doing is just really kind of cleaning up the zoning on his property as well as for his existing. This has been a contractor storage yard for quite a while. I don't know exactly how long. And so we're just requesting to rezone this portion here to match up with everything else, which is I2 here, which contractor storage yard is allowed by right. We'd submit the site plan. We do have a fence going all the way around the storage area. And then there was a question at the last time, and I don't know if, did you have anything to hand out on that, or?
I don't know.
I can hand this out. Kind of pass it around. We did locate
The bridge?
the bridge.
Right.
And so it is on Josh's property, but bridge is probably a pretty strong word for it.
Is it? Okay.
So here's a few of the pictures that we honestly really tough to see. It's completely,
Yeah, I couldn't see it, and I was by there.
it is, at some point in the past, I guess it was a bridge, and then somebody, and I don't think it was Josh, I think it was done quite a long time ago, put culverts underneath it, and then it is over time deteriorated. But that's kind of the gist of things, just cleaning up the zoning to match what's been going on there, as well as kind of with our site plan for the contractor storage yard and putting the fencing around it and things like that. Happy to answer any questions if you have any.
And I apologize to staff, just for the record, everyone knows you, John.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Could you state your name and
Yes.
address?
Yes, John Neal, Foresight Design Engineer, 1260 Radford Street, Christiansburg.
Thank you, John.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Looks very sturdy.
anyone here wishing to address the commission tonight? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close that part of the meeting and move on to point number 4. Approval of the Planning Commission's meeting minutes for November 28th, 2022. I trust everyone's had a chance to just review them. Any changes? Okay,
I move to approve the minutes as submitted.
do I have a second?
A second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving right along. Approval of Planning Commission meeting minutes for January 17th, 2023. Any changes we need to make? Okay, gonna have a,
I will clarify that is for the work session, not a planning
Oh.
commission meeting.
sorry. Because it states that it's a planning commission.
It is just a work session, not a necessarily a commission meeting.
You got
Thanks for
both-
the
There's-
clarification.
There's three things going on.
Yeah, you got both of them listed. One is a work session, one is a meeting, same night.
And
Okay.
number 5.
I got it. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve?
I move to approve the work session minutes as submitted.
Do I have a second?
I can't vote, so I
Second.
wasn't there.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. I have
I think you have the
an
wrong agenda.
outdated agenda.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the problem. Here's the wrong agenda.
yeah. So, now moving on to, the planning commission meeting minutes for January 17th, the commission meeting. Any changes to that?
Staff isn't aware of any.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve the planning commission minutes from January 17th as submitted.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Nope. Okay. Now moving on to the rezoning request. Rezoning request for Southwest Investment Company LLC property owner and Southwest Excavating, Inc., leasing to rezone an approximately 1.87 acres portion of property located at 200 Scattergood Drive Northwest, tax parcel 496-24-5, parcel ID 033540, from General Business District B3 to General Industrial District I2. The property is designated as mixed use with a buffer industrial on the future use map 2013 Christiansburg Comprehensive Plan. So, we had the public hearing last meeting. So really, we had some discussion that was taking place. I'll open it up to the commissioners now for further discussion or questions that they may have.
Is the owner opposed to leaving that bridge there? I understand it was a controversy, so.
He's gonna fit in the storage yard.
And that bridge is inside the fence line? No.
Outside.
Okay, outside. Okay. Any other questions? Especially you guys that weren't here last meeting, any concerns that you may have?
Way over here.
I don't have any.
I just had a question to staff. I know it's this is how they just had to pick a line when they like zoned the town, but I don't know how many split zonings we have come across in my last few years. Is there any thoughts of like cleaning that up in the future so that people don't just stumble upon it when they're trying to do something?
I'll leave this up to Andrew, zoning administrator, but I believe it would have to be kind of started by the comprehensive plan to do a complete rezoning map.
The town could initiate rezoning, obviously we would want permission. We have relied on case by case basis.
Yeah.
But you are correct, there are situations out there that could be similar to this. So when there are other situations, we try to think about it. We have been, basically waiting for the owner to process.
Yeah.
If it becomes an issue, we are looking at different situations such as park, we all saw the rezoning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We are trying to, where we have control properly to give it to them. And that is more compatible with the surrounding.
Andrew, would this be something that we would look at when we're redoing the comprehensive plan?
You would be looking at the future land use map
Mhm.
mostly, but typically not the specific zone.
Okay,
That would be, that would be actually have to be advertised.
gotcha, okay.
You could look at a future land use map and say, no, we think this area could, over time should be more commercial.
Sure,
industrial,
sure.
Industrial. And then that can help guide your decisions, when a rezoning does come
But typically it comes from the landowner
about.
or developer that wants to
There
change
could
something.
be situations where we look at, be more proactive with zoning, but from a staff perspective, and probably from council as well, that we would want to have the landowners be very much.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Good question. Any other questions? Are we in a position to take a vote?
I make a motion to approve the zoning change as presented.
Do I have a second?
I can second that.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none? Congratulations. All right, moving on to other business. I knew it was going to be a short meeting tonight, so Jude, do you have any other business?
No, not at this time.
Okay.
Are you going to bring us up to date on 81?
I haven't done that because we're going to have another meeting
Okay.
in springtime, and I thought I'd wait and give you the latest and greatest. So, but what I will do is I'll probably share some websites with you guys before that, and you can go out there and take a look at it, and you can see all the funding and all the process and all the future dates that they're planning to say that this should be done on this date and so on and so on. And, but I think you'll see little by little changes right along, just yourselves riding on 81, like all the signs, the information signs, there's lots more now. The turnoff lanes, there's more turnoff lanes. And of course, anybody going to Roanoke these days knows what's going on around the Salem area.
Right, it's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, so, and the good thing about that, just a little insight on that, the funding for that got moved up, so, we were able to start that project last year ahead of time,
That's good.
so that was real good. The only other thing I have on other business is, we have a, trip planned to the park,
Yes.
and, excited about that, hopefully all you guys can make it. And, thanks for doing it.
Mhm.
Anyone else have anything? If not, I'll close the meeting.